You don't join Black Ops. You get selected for it. And by the time you realize what you've actually become, it's already too late to leave. This is your life at every rank inside a CIA Black Operations unit. Level 1, the recruit. You're not special. At least that's what you think. Your file looks normal. Clean education. No criminal history. Average life. That's exactly why they chose you. Because people like you don't stand out. You blend in. And in this world, invisibility is more valuable than talent. You apply through a website that looks like any other government page. You hit submit. And then nothing.
No confirmation.
No reply.
No rejection.
Just silence. 6 months later you get an email.
No greeting. No explanation.
Just a time. A location. And one instruction. Show up alone. Level 2, the evaluation. The building looks ordinary. Fluorescent lights. Cheap furniture. Government energy. You sit in a room for 4 hours. Same questions, different angles. Where were you born? Have you lied? What are you willing to do for your country? They're not listening to your answers. They're watching how you answer. Your eyes. Your breathing. Your hesitation. Then comes the polygraph. Wires on your chest. Your fingers. Your arm. You already feel guilty and you haven't done anything. That's the point. Because in this job your body betrays you before your mind does. 3 weeks later a letter arrives. 1 sentence. You've been accepted. And just like that, your old life is over. Level 3, the trainee. They send you somewhere that officially doesn't exist. The farm. 9,000 acres of isolation. For the next 18 months this is your entire world. You wake up at 5 a.m. Run until your lungs burn. Train until your instincts replace your thoughts. They teach you tradecraft. Not theory. Reality. You learn how to notice things no one else sees. A car that turns when you turn. A face that appears twice in different places. A pattern that doesn't belong. At first it feels like a skill. Then it becomes a problem. Because once you see patterns, you can't stop seeing them. You learn how to disappear. How to lose surveillance. How to lie without thinking. How to become someone else completely. And slowly, you split into 2 versions of yourself. One for the world. One for the mission. By the time you graduate, you're not sure which one is real. Level 4, the case officer. Your first assignment isn't glamorous.
No explosions. No assassins.
Just an embassy. Somewhere in Eastern Europe. Officially you're a diplomat. Unofficially, you're hunting people. Not criminals. Not enemies. Just people. Anyone with access. Anyone with value. You study them. Their habits. Their weaknesses. And here's the truth no one tells you. Everyone has one. Money. Ego. Fear. Loyalty. Everyone breaks somewhere. Your job is to find that point. And apply pressure slowly. You don't threaten. You don't rush. You build trust. And then one day, you ask for something small. Just enough to cross the line. Because once they cross it, they can never go back. Your first recruitment is quiet.
No celebration.
Just a report. And the realization that you didn't just gather intelligence. You changed someone's life forever. Level 5, the NOC. Non-official cover. This is where everything changes.
No bail. No embassy.
No protection. If you get caught, no one is coming. Not your agency. Not your country. You don't exist. They build you a new identity. A new life. A new past. Everything is fake. Except the consequences. You live at 247. Your neighbors believe it. Your friends believe it. Even you start to believe it. Because if you slip, even once, everything collapses. And when you're completely alone, that's when the real job begins. Level 6, the Black Ops operator. They pull you out after something goes wrong. Too close. Too exposed. Too dangerous to stay undercover. Now you're not blending in anymore. Now you're part of something else. Special activities. This is not intelligence anymore. This is execution. Training starts again. Weapons. Close combat. Entry tactics. Decision making under pressure. Fast. Loud. Final. You learn how to move with a team. How to clear a room. How to pull the trigger without hesitation. Because hesitation gets people killed. Then comes deployment. Varzones. Unstable regions. Places where rules don't exist. You rely on intelligence that isn't always right. And sometimes, you act on it anyway. Sometimes you get the target. Clean. Precise. Done. Sometimes, you don't. Wrong place. Wrong time. Wrong people. You don't talk about those missions. You don't think about them. Because you can't afford to. Level 7, the team leader. Now it's not just about you. 8 operators under your command. Every decision is yours. Entry. Exit. Timing. Risk. If you're wrong, someone doesn't come home. You plan everything. You control nothing. Because once the mission starts, chaos takes over. You deploy to a conflict zone. Urban warfare. Unpredictable enemies. Unstable allies. One night, everything goes wrong. Ambush. Gunfire. Confusion. You hear one of your men go down. You don't think. You act. Dragging him through fire. Calling extraction. Making decisions in seconds. That will stay with you forever. Mission marked as success. Report clean. Reality. Not so clean. Leadership isn't power. It's responsibility. And the weight never goes away. Level 8 the program. You're no longer in the field. Not because you're done. Because you know too much. They move you into something classified. Off the books. Off the record. Operations that officially don't exist. Black sites. Unacknowledged missions. Decisions made in rooms without windows. You're not asking questions anymore. You're approving actions. And this is where it changes. Because now, you're not just following orders. You're creating them. And every decision has consequences. Some immediate. Some delayed. Some you'll never even hear about. You start justifying things. It's necessary. It saves lives. That's what you tell yourself. Some nights you believe it. Some nights, you don't. Level 9 the director. Back at headquarters. But everything feels different now. You see the system. The full picture. Assets. Operations. Budgets that don't exist on paper. You brief people who make decisions for entire countries. And you realize something. This was never about missions. It was about control. Influence. Power. You don't see individuals anymore. You see outcomes. Statistics. Trade-offs. And slowly, the line disappears. Between right and necessary. Between success and damage. Between truth and narrative. Level 10 the ghost. You don't retire. You step out. Quietly.
No announcement. No recognition. No explanation.
A small ceremony. A handshake. A medal you can't show anyone. Everything you did. Classified. Everything you saw. Locked away. You move somewhere quiet. Far from everything. You try to live normally. But normal doesn't exist anymore. You wake up at night. Checking shadows. Listening for sounds. Expecting something that never comes. Because once you've lived that life, it never leaves you. The people you recruited. The missions you ran. The decisions you made. They stay. And the truth is, you were never meant to come back. Because this job was never a career. It was a transformation. From a normal person into something else. Something quieter. Something invisible. Something the world will never understand. You became part of a system that doesn't remember names, only results. And in the end, that's all you are. Not a hero. Not a villain. Just a ghost. And ghosts don't get to tell their stories.